Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly with the brand new HTC EVO 3D, the latest incarnation of Sprint's famous and popular EVO cell phone line. Now this is the EVO 3D, the replacement for the EVO 4G. So there's the EVO 4G, and looking at them side by side, yeah, the EVO 4G looks like it's a little shorter, so the new one is a little taller, and it looks like the new EVO 3D is actually a little bit narrower, just a little bit, just a smidgen narrower than the original EVO 4G. So I'm going to go give this back to the guy I borrowed it from. He was a little leery of me showing it on camera. And notice the EVO 3D has got Sense 3.0, so it's got the latest version of HTC's Sense user interface. And as you scroll from page to page, it gives you this kind of 3D effect. And you can just go around and around. You don't have to go back and forth. If you're not happy with where you are, just keep going the same direction, and there you go. And if you want a thrill, you can go whee and spin it around, and it'll come back to your main Android page. So that's the new HTC Sense 3.0, which comes on the EVO 3D. Also, the EVO 3D comes with Android 2.3, and it actually comes with the latest version, 2.3.3. It's got a dual-core processor operating at 1.2 gigahertz. It's a Snapdragon processor, dual-core at 1.2 gigahertz. It has a gigabyte of built-in processor RAM. It has a 540 by 960 display that's 4.3 inches diagonal. So it's got this massive display with very high resolution. It really looks absolutely beautiful. I got to tell you, it looks gorgeous. And of course, one of the features of the HTC EVO 3D is that it comes with a built-in 3D camera. And I got to tell you, it's been a lot of fun. It has a dedicated camera shutter button, and this switch is used, let me turn it around so you can read it just a little bit better. This switch is used to switch from 2D to 3D mode. Now, my wife, who is a photographer, she does professional photography, she got her hands on this past weekend, and she told me, she goes, this is my favorite camera. So the camera in the EVO 3D is her favorite camera. So you can take 3D pictures and videos with the EVO 3D. Unfortunately, I can't really show you what the pictures look like. Now, I can put some stuff here. Okay, there's my genuine fake credit card, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in camera mode. And we're going to go put it in 3D. And as I look at it, that is definitely 3D. But you're not going to see it on camera because the display, when you put it in 3D mode, it mimics what's called a lenticular display. And as you sit in front of it and hold it just right, with your naked eyes, you don't need any kind of glasses, you can see 3D. But it, of course, won't come across on camera because I have just a single camera and you're looking at it on a 2D monitor. So you can, in this mode, you can take both 3D snapshots and 3D videos. You can switch to the video mode right there, and you can do 720p HD 3D videos, and they really do look 3D. I did it, and I promise you it does look 3D. Now, since I can't really show you what the 3D looks like for either pictures or videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some 2D videos for, 2D snapshots for you. So here's what some snapshots look like in 2D. I set up a little still life on my desk, and I was very impressed with the 5 megapixel 2D camera quality. Really was pretty good, nice and sharp. You could see the focus when I go in for a close-up and do a macro shot. Focus is very nice and sharp and clear, and that's with not very much in the way of light on that image right there. I also have shot some 3D videos. Well, first off, here is a 2D video, and you can see the quality of the 540 by 960 image right here. The image is very, very nice quality. I'm going to turn this down so I don't hear you. And when I'm looking on the screen, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and run that video for you so you can take a look at it now. Shooting video with the new HTC EVO 3D. This is on the Wirefly campus here in Virginia, and it's a beautiful spring day in June, warm and sunny with blue skies. That is the Wirefly building right there. Now I'm standing in bright sunlight and the screen is kind of dim and hard to see, but I can see it certainly enough to frame my video shots. Okay, so you got a chance to take a look at that. Here we are playing around with some of the 2D and 3D images. And I'm going to go to something that I did earlier. There's me and my cats, and we can just whip through these. These are all pictures that we took over the weekend, especially with my wife enjoying the camera. Now here's some stuff I did in the office. And here is a 3D video that I took of one of my coworkers. That's Pamela. And now this is 3D, so I can't demonstrate it for you, but I'm going to go ahead and roll the video in the format that the file is saved in on my computer. This is how the file is saved for a 3D video file. Doing a little office 3D video shoot. Let's put this in the foreground and you in the background. Looks very 3D as I look at it. Okay, that was pretty interesting. And also, as you saw, that I have a heck of a lot of 3D images on this. This is the file format for the 3D still images. They are saved in MPO format. Not exactly sure what that is, but I did read up on it a little bit on the internet, and there may be some viewers out there that you can get, some viewing software to allow you to view the MPO files in some sort of form on your computer. Okay, so we know that the EVO 3D, by the way, this is a 4G phone. It runs on Sprint's 4G WiMax network and also, of course, Sprint's 3G CDMA network. And you can look here on the front main page here of the EVO 3D, and I've got Quadrant and Smart Bench. So let's go ahead and run Quadrant. I'm going to do the full benchmark, and I'm going to come back once the test is done. This is the last of the 3D visual tests in Quadrant. I want to go ahead and get the results. And there you go. The Quadrant score for the EVO 3D is 2,193. That's 2193. That's a very good score, really a very, very good score. However, it's not nearly as high as I was expecting for a 1.2 gigahertz processor, dual core processor. And that may have something to do with Android 2.3. I've noticed in the phones I have that run Android 2.3 just don't seem to get as high a score in Quadrant as they do otherwise with Android 2.2. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just don't understand what's going on. That wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Okay, now I'm going to run Smart Bench, and we shall check on the Smart Bench scores for the EVO 3D. And again, I'll come back when this is ready to wrap up. This is the last of the graphics tests in the Smart Bench suite of tests. And next it will be asking if I want the results, and I do. By the way, this phone is not activated. I have this phone on the local Wi-Fi. Okay, here we go with the Smart Bench results. As you guys recall, there are two scores here. One is called the productivity score and the other is the games score. And the EVO 3D got 2740, that's 2,740 for the productivity score, and 1688, that's 1,688 for the game score. Again, those are good scores, very good scores, but maybe not quite as high as I was expecting a 1.2 gigahertz processor, dual core processor to get. Okay, now I'm going to go back. There's a few more things that I want to talk about. The EVO 3D comes with some interesting stuff. It comes with a Spider-Man game. It's mostly the demo of the game. I'm looking for it. Here you go. The Spider-Man 3D. It is a 3D game, and it looks pretty good. I noticed that the 3D effect wasn't outstanding, and maybe I need to switch that to 3D in order to get the 3D. And it kind of talks you through what's going on with the Spider-Man game, and you know, as soon as it comes on the screen, I'm going to dump it for something else here. So it's got a Spider-Man game in 3D. I thought that the 3D graphics were okay, not fabulous for the Spider-Man game. I'm going to go back to, actually, let's go back to the apps here. One of the other things it's supposed to come with is the Green Hornet movie in 3D. Now this is a pre-production sample of the EVO 3D, and I can't find the Green Hornet game on it. So I have been assured that the Green Hornet game, the Green Hornet video will come on the actual shipping version of the EVO 3D. I want to mention that the EVO 3D has 4 gig of onboard storage for your files, and it comes with an 8 gig micro SD card installed. And under the back cover, you know, it's a little hard to see anything under the cover. Everything is kind of black. But let's go take the back cover off. Under the cover, the battery is a 1,730 milliamp hour battery. So that addresses one of the nagging complaints with the original EVO 4G, and that is that the battery life was a little on the short side. I don't know, I never really had that trouble when I used the EVO 4G, but this one has got a battery with about 15% more capacity. Hopefully it'll give you more battery life. Now, I used the EVO 3D over the weekend, and I thought the battery life was pretty good, actually. I didn't have any complaints with it. Otherwise, you see here's the micro SD card, and it's a Sprint phone, so there is no SIM card required. Sprint's WiMax and EVDO network does not require a SIM card. So, back to the main Android page, and of course I love that Las Vegas slot machine effect you get when you just whip through your Android pages there. A couple of other things. There is a front-facing camera. This is a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera, and the EVO 3D will work with Kik to give you video chat if you want to do video chat. And pretty much that is the first review and overview of the brand new HTC EVO 3D, which runs on the Sprint network. It is a 4G phone. I'm Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly. Thanks for watching.